10, 9, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
And welcome to Fisher Field and Newton on Smoky Hills Public Television, the Kansas State High School 8-man Division II Championship. I'm Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jantz, the South Haven Cardinals, and the Wallace County Wildcats, 12-0 and 12-0, and Wallace County 23-1 under head coach Kevin Ayers, and they are fit to be tied for a championship.
He's been there for 2 years, Kevin Ayers. Used to be at Jetmore, and led down the state championships of 201 and 203. And Wallace County got a given in him. He kind of moved back out close to his roots. He's from out there around the Russell Springs, Winona, that area anyway. And so Kevin's done a great job getting those kids in the weight room and believing in themselves, and that's why they're here today at 23-1 over 2 years, 12-0 this season. So is, of course, South Haven Cardinals under Dave Hughes. Guess what? 8 months ago, we were doing them. He was also the head girls coach, and he had those piranhas and chihuahuas. I call them Cardinals, Lady Cardinals from South Haven that they beat Centralia in the championship. So they've earned the right to be here too. But 8th week of this year, Cass Myers, their stud running back, number 32, had that leg injury, broken leg. And so everybody else has jumped to the occasion. The last 4 other people's picked up the slack, and they're 12-0 and unsported. And it kind of comes from getting beat by Waverly a couple of years ago. And that's what happened in weight room, dedication, and that's the reason why both of them are 12-0 and they're all here, because of the total team dedication.
And when it comes down to it, Taylor Elder's the man that South Haven has to look at stop.
That's right. And the fullback will be O'Connor, but you got Elders running back, and don't forget Hennick. He's a double threat as far as balancing the run as well as the pass. He's the quarterback, and he'll find the receivers if they're open.
It should be an exciting one. Wallace County and South Haven. More from Newton on Smoky Hills Public Television after this. And back at Fisher Field in Newton just before the start of the 8-man Division II state championship game between the Wallace County Wildcats and the South Haven Cardinals. South Haven coach David Hughes is down on the field with Brian Dennett.
And we're here with Coach Hughes. And Coach, this is your first trip with your South Haven Cardinals to the championship. What did you do to prepare your kids?
Well, we just did everything we've done all year long. It's a big game, but we want to try to keep everything as normal as possible. We did have, meals all week provided for us by the community, and a little gala there. But as far as what we've done as our team, it's just another day.
Well, what are we going to expect to see from you offensively here today?
Well, what we'd like to be able to do is run our power game. We like to play power football, try to keep it on the ground, play ball control. We will mix in the play action passes. We will do some spread if we have to. So, but we're hoping we can grind a thing out.
Okay. And then what are your keys to stopping Wallace County this day?
Well, they're very balanced on their passing and running attack offensively. And, we're assignment-oriented as far as we play a lot of man. And, we've just got to not blow assignments and not leave anybody open.
All right. Well, congratulations on your trip, and good luck to you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Brian, and thanks a lot, Coach Hughes. The South Haven Cardinals 12-0 on the season, and they have had quite a year so far, getting to the championship game, knocking out the perennial state title game contender, the Hope Lions, and they've done a heck of a job, has South Haven, to get to this point this year, Larry, and doing some things in the weight room in the offseason to prepare themselves for a championship Saturday.
Yeah, when I talked to Coach Hughes earlier in the week, he mentioned that. He said that the loss to them just made a sick kind of taste in their mouth. What happened to them with Waverly 3 out of the last 5 years. And so a couple years ago, that's what they made a commitment to. He said he didn't know where in the heck these kids were going to go when his freshmen and sophomores. And he just didn't know what it was going to be like. And all of a sudden now these guys are juniors and seniors, and they're leaders on his team due to the commitment to the weight room. He said almost 24/7 you're around the clock. They're in there, and they're the leaders on the team.
And across the field, they're taking on the Wallace County Wildcats. And head coach Kevin Ayers has been here before, and he is getting his team prepared again. And once again, Brian slid across the field, and he is down below with Coach Ayers right now.
And now we're here with Coach Ayers. And Coach, what is it that you've been able to tell your kids? You were here with Jetmore a few times, won a couple championships. What did you do to prepare your kids for today?
We just try to keep it as normal as possible. We approach it just like we do every other game. Try to keep a routine. I think routine is important. That way your kids, they know what to expect. They know what it's going to be like, and so we just keep things the same.
Okay. Now, what do we expect to see today from you offensively?
Well, we're hoping to mix it up a little bit. We'd like to establish our run game and throw in some play action as well. And, take our shots deep, and hopefully that'll pan out for us.
Okay. And then what plans do you have to stop the Cardinals today?
We've got to stop the run game. They're a power football team, I formation. I'm hoping we can just hit hard, get 8 to the ball, and get that stop, and hopefully get them into something they're not quite as comfortable with.
All right. Well, congratulations on making it again, and good luck. Thank you.
So Coach Ayers trying to bring a championship to Wallace County. Larry, we talked about it in the pregame show about the fact they're 23-1 under head coach Kevin Ayers.
An important part of a well-rounded education. Please join together and sing our national anthem.
And now our national anthem here from Fisher Field. And there's our national anthem here at Fisher Field in Newton. High school football 8-man Division II state championships. More from Newton after this on Smoky Hills Public Television. And the Wallace County Wildcats being introduced right now over the public address system. And with a rousing round of applause from the folks that made the long trip from Western Kansas out here to Newton. The folks here on the home side, the South Haven Cardinals. Not quite as far of a trip, but still about a little over an hour drive up here north of Wichita. They're from near the Oklahoma border, just south of Wichita on I-135. But the Wallace County Wildcats, 12-0, head coach Kevin Ayers, and he talked about offensively, he wants to establish the run game, but also be balanced and be able to throw the ball. He wants to throw the ball vertically, stretch the field a little bit. And one thing we noticed in the pregame, Larry, is their wide receivers or running backs, they're running a lot of routes that indicated they were going to run a slant pattern or a crossing pattern of some kind, but then they'd cut it up and go deep. So I'd look for them to try and air it out early in this ball game.
Kind of stop and run. He wants to stretch, he said, the vertical game. He wants to try to go for the long bomb and know what to do that way. They might go out about 8-10 yards, and do like a stop and go or a hitch and go, like some of them call it, but they're faking that their post pattern or the one across the middle. Try to dip with the inside foot and go back to the outside and try to beat them deep on the outside where the quarterback, Hennig, will only have one place to go, either on the outside shoulder keep it away from the defensive player that way. So.
And you look at the South Haven defense, if they're looking to go deep. Derek Spencer at the cornerback position, number 30, has intercepted 5 balls this year. The other cornerback, Tom Dugan, has intercepted 3. Safety Austin Barlow has picked off 3 balls as well. So they're kind of a ball-hawking defense as South Haven. So if they can shut down that passing game, then they're really going to have to focus on Taylor Elder in that backfield. 1,353 yards on the season and 26 touchdowns.
That's right. And then Reese Blaylock is the other guy that's in there, too, that Austin Barlow and him, they kind of double up with Spencer and Dugan back there in the back. But look for that Tom Dugan. He's one of the main hitters at 175, senior, and great leaders.
They've just changed to start the introductions for the South Haven Cardinals as they are in line. And as we look down on the field right now, from our vantage point up here in the press box, we see right down just on this side of the 50-yard line is Cass Myers out of the lineup. A pretty severely broken leg in week 8 where he broke it in 5 different places. And he just got the cast off yesterday that went all the way up to his hip area, back to just a lower leg cast now. But that's something that's going to affect the South Haven Ball Club and their ability to run the football today.
Yeah, he had over 1,500 yards rushing up to the point through week 8. So, that's average of well over 100 and some yards per game. And but these last 4 games, the other people have just raised up to the occasion, and they've just rallied around him. And you might call him their jumper cable. He's the jump start to the battery on the whole team. And Coach Hughes kind of related to that story that Cass Myers has been a tremendous leader for them.
And you have to have leaders like this. You don't get to this point, you don't get to be 12-0 and not have some guys that can step up and make some plays for you, not only on the field but off the field. They got to get your team ready. They got to be an emotional leader as well as a mental leader, and it sounds like Myers is that guy who does that. And even though he's not playing today, I'll bet he'll be very involved in this ball game.
Oh, you better believe that. I think it'll be a spark plug. He's almost reminds me of a player we saw in the Division I game of the little old Bruna kid, number 16. Kind of like a little spark plug, like dynamite comes in small packages, because Cass Meyer is not necessarily all that that huge. You look at him as far as a specimen. Cass Meyer had 1,526 all-purpose yards. He averaged over 190 yards per game. That's 888 yards rushing, and scored 17 touchdowns in 8 games. And so Cass is well over 30% of the offense until he got hurt. So the rest team has picked it up since then, Jeremy.
And you look across the field, and it's obvious who the spark plug is for the Wallace County Wildcats. Taylor Elder has 26 touchdowns rushing, 3 touchdowns receiving, and defensively 77 tackles. And his counterpart in the backfield and his counterpart at linebacker, Tyler O'Connor, 124 tackles and 7 sacks.
Yeah,
where Wallace County goes, those two are.
That's absolutely right. But you're going to find from the South Haven Cardinals, Nathan Yunker, number 10, will be the quarterback, and he's had 216 yards rushing this year, but he's passed 55 out of 109, so 50% there for over 1,081 yards, and he's had 20 TDs. A lot of them's going to Galen Fitz, the number 88, 175-pound senior, and the other left end was going to be Tom Dugan, number 80, 175-pound senior. And up front, as far as your center and your 2 guards, is Wesley Scott, the 6'1", number 61, 220-pound senior. He'll be the center. Flanked at the left guard, Dane DeWitt, number 55. He's a 150-pound junior. And then Jordan Creed will be number 85, will be the right starting guard. That's who we expect to see at 175 yards. And, of course, in the backfield, you got Jake Davidson, who's our bull in a china closet for the Cardinals, number 42, a 215-pound bruising fullback. And the tailback is Derek Spencer, number 30, a 145-pound senior.
And we have a meeting of the minds at center field as South Haven and Wallace County shake hands as they get ready for the coin toss. And, this can set the mood for the game. If you go on defense first, you can really set the tone early by getting a big defensive stop, whether you win the toss or whether you don't win the toss. it's so important the early part of this ball game to take advantage of what you have.
And also, you can flip the coin over if you're on offense and you want to stretch the field and you happen to catch them asleep if they're not ready to go. When the gun sounds to start the game, if they're not ready to go, you can catch them asleep and maybe score early, and momentum's on your side. So it all depends. The game's going to be won or lost by how everybody controls the line of scrimmage in the trenches, how it's going to be won or lost.
They're talking about the flip there in the middle of the field. Looks like they're getting ready to do the work. Stu Chance in the middle of that. Oh, we told him we wouldn't mention his name too early. We already did it. The game hasn't even started yet.
When he's a kid, he's a Fowler Gold Bug, so they play a lot of 8-man football. He understands this game.
And South Haven has won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. So the high-powered Wallace County Wildcat offense will receive the ball to start things out, and they shake hands once again. The last time they'll shake hands until this thing is over with.
Got that right.
Because it is time to dig into the trenches and get set for high school football on a absolutely, positively gorgeous mid-November afternoon.
I think it's got to be at least 65 or better. Huh? When the wind's not blowing, the leaves aren't blowing, what leaves are left on the trees. What a beautiful facility here. They spent over $2.5 million a few years ago to upgrade the facility here at Fisher Field, and it's really fantastic. And that you might notice on the field, everybody, that the normal 50-yard line is now the 40, so subtract 10 on each one of it. They just moved the goalpost in 10 yards from either way, and so what was the 10-yard line is now the goal line.
So we'll try and keep that straight for you.
And
no guarantees, though.
Yeah, we might get the wrong, yardstick mixed up or find a pylon or two here. But we hope that the crew here, the officiating crew, is Stu Chance, Wade Kirk, Chuck Heinert, and Michael Folk to work this ball game.
And Jake Davidson will put it in the air for Wallace County. Davidson, a 215-pound senior, and back deep.
And he's had 73 kickoffs all year, 33,469 yards. He averages 47.5 yards per kick. So look for this to go in the end zone.
Taylor Elder back deep for Wallace County. And we're set for high school football in the air. The high end-over-end kick, kind of short, taken at the 8-yard line. Elder busts it right up the middle, and he's not going to go anywhere. He's caught from behind and brought down. Reese Blaylock on the tackle. And South Haven with a little momentum as we start the ball game out. It will be first down and 10 for the Wildcats at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great job by that 155-pound junior, Reese Blaylock, number 28. Normally plays free safety for the Cardinals and had one interception coming into this game.
First down and 10, Wallace County at the 19-yard line. Jeff Hinnick at quarterback, Tyler O'Connor and Taylor Elder behind him. Elder gets the first carry. Loses his feet as he gets across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
If he wouldn't have lost his balance, Jeremy, he would have made more than just about this 5 yards that he got. So it's second down and 5 yards, but if he wouldn't have slipped and kind of tripped on his own feet there or lineman up front of him, he might have been gone for the races.
Pick up a 5 on the play, second down and 5. Nathan Mitchell, Brock Williams, Brett Keller round out the offensive line. Tate Andrews getting the start at tailback.
Forward progress going to give him a first down, I think.
Right end, and it's going to be a pickup of 6 for O'Connor. So Andrews getting the start at the right end. He is switching in and out of the ball game with Alex Howard.
And the forward momentum, so he gave him a first down, so they get to move the sticks. 2 plays, first down. Sharon Springs or the Wallace County Wildcats. Come out in their I formation, Jeremy.
Kalen Fitch, Jeremy Norris, Jordan Creed, the front line for South Haven. Back to pass. Hinnick has a man wide open. It's Howard. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Still down the sideline at the 20 and brought down at the 16-yard line.
There's where they stretch the old play. That's one of the things Coach Ayers wanted to do, is stretch the vertical shots, to stretch the field a little bit, and they sure stretched it to the sideline that one, didn't they?
34 yards and a first down.
And remember the last time the Sharon Springs, or they were called Sharon Springs back then, not Wallace County Wildcats, 1991 they were state champs.
They're trying to do it again 16 years later. There's Elder, left side, gets stuck, fights through the tackle, still on his feet. Blaylock horse collars him inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line.
He broke that first tackle attempt by Mr. Spencer, Derek Spencer, the 140-pound senior, number 30. And then he drug 3 more for another 2 or 3 yards, bringing up second down and a long 2 yards for the first down.
Pickup of 7 on the play. And Wallace County already knocking on the South Haven door inside the 10-yard line. Hennick is going to give right up the middle. Bowling towards the goal line. Is it a score? Touchdown!
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Tyler O'Connor, as he just battled his way into the end zone. And it didn't take Wallace County long, 1 minute and 53 seconds. And they moved the ball right down the field, and they're on the board 6-0.
It's kind of what we was talking about. It just depends whether you stretch the field and you have momentum. And by golly, they catch the momentum right there. And he just would not be denied. O'Connor, Tyler O'Connor's a 188-pound, 5'9" junior, number 4 jersey. And now they're going for the 2-point extra point in the old tight I formation. Here we go, Hennick at the center.
2-point conversion attempt. Hennick's going to throw it under some pressure, throws it up the field. The 2-point conversion is good. The catch is made by Tate Andrews. So with 10:07 to go in the first quarter, Wallace County drives the ball right down the field with the run and the pass. The balance is there, and the Wildcats are on top 8-0.
That's a great job. They have Tate Andrews listed as 178-pound, 6'2" sophomore. And when we saw him out on the field there, he looks like he stood about 6'5", didn't he, Jeremy?
He's a big boy.
But that's neat. He's had 15 catches for 258 yards this year. He's averaged 17.2 yards per catch, and he scored 66 points for the Wildcats at wide receiver.
And the 2-point conversion pass right there. You see Andrews going up tall to get it and bringing it down in some traffic. So now South Haven needs to answer. Derek Spencer will stand back deep. Also, Austin Barlow stands back at the 6-yard line.
So we have 1 minute and 53 seconds gone to the first score, correct? Wow.
Correct. Andrews kicks it deep. Barlow, they're going to run a little bit of a fake reverse here. Now, there's no fake to it. And Wallace County says, I'm not going to be fooled, as Elder is there to make the tackle.
On Derek Spencer. Derek Spencer's way out the handoff in the backfield there. A little reverse, a little trickery, similar to what Smith Center in the Class 2A, 1A does. But Derek Spencer, he got nailed. So it'd be first down for the Cardinals.
First down and 10 from the 9-yard line. Jake Davidson is the fullback, tailback. Derek Spencer, Nathan Yunker will quarterback. They're going to throw it this time. Throw out in the flat. The catch is made by Spencer. He goes nowhere. A gain of about a half a yard on the play. Second down and long.
And Taylor Elder, he was on the tackle there, the 177-pound, 5'11" senior. They didn't trick him on that. He smelled it out, and he stepped him for about just 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals.
So a pickup of 1 on the play. South Haven trying to go with the short pass play. There's Davidson up the middle. Not a lot of running room as he's plowed under as he crosses the 10. Hennick coming up from his safety position. And a pickup of 2 more on the play. 3rd down and 7.
That Jake Davidson, he is a bull in the china closet. He's a stout 215-pound senior, number 42. He's had 984 yards rushing for the year and averages 8.6 every time he gets the ball. 97 yards on the receiving side for catching passes.
3rd down and 7. There's a pitch out. Spencer's going to try and get to the sideline, tries to cut it up, and he's hit and he's dropped as he gets near there's a flag on the play, came in a little bit late. We'll see what that could be, a personal foul against Wallace County. We'll see the call from Stu Chance. Personal foul, face mask. So a gain up to the 14-yard line, a pickup of 3 on the play. But the 15-yarder on the end of it, and South Haven gets a gift for a first down there.
A personal foul, face mask on the defense, be a first down.
And we heard him very loud and clear, Mr. Referee Stu Chance.
So a pickup of 4 on the play for Spencer, but tack on 15 after that up to the 29-yard line.
And that'll make Kevin Ayers angry.
South Haven wants to run the football. They go that way and nowhere to go. Brock Williams leads the charge. Tate Andrews in there as well. No gain on the play.
You talk about gang tackling, having 8 of them kind of heading for the ball. At least 4 of them made that tackle. And that's exactly the style of ball that Kevin Ayers was looking for, and he's getting out of them Wildcats from Wallace County.
South Haven wants to power this football. And there's a play action pass down the field. Blaylock is out there. He nearly had it. Man, he was gone if he's able to pull that one in.
And they had a little juggling act going on there between, we're talking about between, anyway, you had Ty Bicker. They got in there, got his hand in the mix of the action. He had 39 tackles for the year, 140-pound senior. And so Ty broke that up, so it goes incomplete.
3rd down and 10 now for South Haven. There's a pitch out to Spencer. He has a convoy. Look out. Spencer with some speed is cut under as he got to the 35.
But they'll bring up 4th down, maybe 4 yards to go, though, Jeremy. So what's the decision to make from their own about 36-yard line, or 35, let's call it.
A pickup of 6 on the play, and I think you have to punt this football away.
Yeah, they're bringing in,
Tom Dugan is the punter. Well, they're actually going to have Davidson back to punt right now. Standing back at his own 25-yard line. Taylor Elder will go back deep. And South Haven to punt the ball away. And a high,
nice punt,
deep kick. Elder's going to watch it bounce inside the 10. He makes the catch. Makes a man miss down the sideline. Look out. Possible block in the back. No call. And a huge return from Taylor Elder up across the 25 to the 27-yard line. 25 yards on the return. With 7:44 to go in the first quarter, Wallace County has the ball back, leading by 8.
That's quite a job there by Elder, how he took that ball so close to the end zone and made a nice run out of what looked like to be very little chance for gain.
So 1st down and 10, and now the South Haven defense has to come up with something. Because last time they went right down the field, and there's the punt right there, and you'll see it land, and you'll see Elder take it. A little bit of a gamble right there. Now Wallace County's back up to the line of scrimmage. And there's a little bit of running room, not a ton, for Tyler O'Connor as he went off the left side. They're going to mark him down after a gain of, call a gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8.
Well, Wallace County does a good job of mixing the run with play action passes, and they'll have some different spread sets like you saw right there, like in the shotgun formation.
2nd and 8. Back to pass. Hennick has a man wide open. Andrews has it at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Wallace County.
2 plays.
2 plays, and they roll it right down the field. And the Wildcats have grabbed a 14-0 lead. We haven't even played 5 minutes here in Newton.
Well, they sucker those linebackers up in the line there. They great job of faking by Jeff Hennick, number 18. They're 6'2", 162-pound senior quarterback, and he does a great job. And Andrews was wide open down the line. Great spiral, great catch. Results, another touchdown for Wallace County.
So Andrews was just calling for the ball. 2-point conversion here. Trying to make it 16-0. Hennick, option right, pitch to Elder. He's going to walk in for the 2-point conversion.
16.
With 7:03 to go in the first quarter. Wallace County dominating so far. The Wildcats on top of South Haven, 16-0, and there it is. Andrews was wide open and just rolled into the end zone, and that's what happens when you have a powerful running game like they have with Taylor Elder. You do a play action, the safety's not paying attention, you suck him right up, and that's what happened there.
And Coach Hughes talked about it. He said we have to stop their run. There was really, they was concerned about the dominating run, and all of a sudden a good old fake inside to hold him just for 2 seconds. And that's all it took for Andrews to continue his route and get open 5 yards behind anybody. Great pass by Hennick. Did a great job. Nice looking spiral. Great catch and run by Tate Andrews. Scored his second touchdown this game.
Andrews been in the end zone twice, once on a 2-point conversion, once on the touchdown catch there. But he has been open both times, so they are finding a way to get him open. 2-point conversion was good at 16-0, and now Barlow is going to pick the ball up at the 8-yard line. Actually, it goes out of bounds. Out of bounds, so it'll be a penalty flag.
It hooked out of the line, didn't it? Just split the line out of bounds, didn't it? The old kick. Looked like a top spinning over there.
You never know what that old pigskin's going to do when it's rumbling down on that field.
It's just tough to bounce it, though.
Yes, it is.
Tough to bounce it or dribble it.
That's why they use a basketball for
Yeah,
that.
that's right. Yeah, you got that right. But that won't make Coach Ayers happy either when you have it out of bounds like that, because they gives them the ball on their own 25-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for South Haven at the 25. They picked up 1 first down so far in this ball game. They've had some open players in the passing game. The power run game is going to have to get them some points pretty quickly. Spencer goes left, tries to get a block, nowhere to go.
Swarmed over by a bunch of Wildcats.
Williams is there, Beaker is there, Mitch Harrison there from his nose tackle position. Wallace County missing a couple players today. We're not able to make it this Saturday. Dallas and Austin Buell, they are missed today, but their teammates are more than making up for it right now. 6.5 to go, first quarter. 16-0 Wallace County up the field. That one is nearly intercepted. An ill-advised throw right there by Yunker, as Howard and Elder were out there on the coverage. 3rd down and 8.
And Coach Ayers was talking about how important that Austin Buell, and of course Dallas, both of them are to the program, but he said Austin is normally his nose guard, and man, he's ferocious, 155-pound junior, but not able to be at the game today.
Shotgun formation. 3rd down and 8. Back to pass Yunker. Pump fakes, throws it out there, and good coverage out there by Howard. Great timing. The pass is incomplete, and South Haven is going to have to punt this thing away again as they face 4th down and 8.
It was open just a little earlier there, Jeremy. Really, if Yunker would have had to pass there about 2 seconds earlier, he would have had to receive it. He needs to be on when the receiver makes his break, the pass has to be in the air, and he's a little late on that, and the timing got messed up, and number 5 was able to come in there, which is Alex Howard, and break it up.
Jake Davidson set to punt it away. Gets it out, another good punt.
Nice punt.
Coming down the field is Blaylock. He's going to watch that thing bounce, and it's rolling forward, and it's going to be downed at about the 13-yard line. So Wallace County has had a couple of short drives that have resulted in touchdowns. They get the ball back again. 6:08 to go first quarter. It's already 16-0. And now the South Haven defense has to stand strong, because if you get down by 3 touchdowns, your bread and butter on offense is your power run game. And you really have to start going away from it if you're down by that far.
Yep, and Coach Hughes said some of his keys to victory was to stop that run.
And 1st down and 10. Here's an option left to pitch to Elder. He's at the 20 and knocked out of bounds across the 20 at the 22-yard line.
It's like 8 or 9 yards he gained on that one, on that little pitch out.
Pick up a 9 on the play. Elder with 21 yards on the ground. O'Connor with 17 yards on the ground. Jeff Hennick with 87 yards through the air.
See, right now, Coach Hughes, he said, well, don't give up the big pass play, so they've done that twice. Cover their short routes and backs out of the backfield. You just saw that example there for an 8-yard gain by Elder on that pitch out and stop the run. So, like you mentioned, the Cardinals need to step the game up.
And another Wallace County formation here. Back to pass. Going down the field is Hennick. Has Beaker out there, just overthrown. Incomplete. Dugan on the coverage for South Haven. Brings up 3rd down and 1. And well, I know your philosophy, Larry. A good job right there, trying to make a big play when you have 2nd down and short.
Anytime you have that there and you've got one down, you could afford to waste or lose. Go for the marbles, go for it, stretch it out. But I'll tell you what, if he would have looked him off, looked that Beaker off, Tate Andrews is wide open down the right-hand side that time, but he didn't see him.
3rd down and a long one. Hennick's going to give it up. He's going to keep it. Look out, Hennick, 1st down across the 30, brought down with the nose of the football just beyond the 30-yard line.
A good 6-yard gain for a 1st down. We get to move the sticks again. Keep that field line crew over there busy. Downs marker.
1st down and 10. Wallace County continues to roll.
Tate Andrews brings in another play for Coach Ayers and his staff. And the Wildcats come up to the line in their tight I formation.
It's 1st down and 10 here. They're going to throw it again. In trouble. Hennick throws it up the field, has his man. Look out! On the run! It's Howard! The 20, he's at the 10, 5, touchdown Wallace County. Are you kidding me?
No, you're not kidding. But
50 yards in the score, and it is 22-0, and South Haven is in some trouble.
Yes, they are. They're in some hot water, and they got the old pilot light turned up. It's not necessarily boiling yet, but it's getting to a critical spot that they need to put the fire out that the Wildcats got going.
And the Wallace County crowd excited about that one. That's the 6th touchdown catch of the year. .5:17 to go, looking for the 2-point conversion here in the 1st quarter. Back to pass, Hennick, looking to the far side, has a man out there, and the catch is not made, incomplete. And so that's about the first thing that Wallace County has done wrong today. 5:17 to go here in the 1st quarter. It is 22-0.
Did that get hit in the wrong spot, right in the hands?
Yeah, hit him in the wrong spot. O'Connor's probably not very happy about that. Look at this. Look at Howard. Makes one man miss and forget it from there. And look at him. He's not looking back. He's not concerned where anybody is at right there. He's just moving down the field. If somebody's going to catch him, I guess they will.
He's going from point A to point B as fast as he can get there. And guess what? He achieved his goal. It's called the touchdown. 6 more points for the Wildcats.
5:17 to go, and now South Haven trying to regroup because they have been shell-shocked early in this ball game.
Yeah, they haven't had this thing happen to them. Of course, they won over Hope 28-14 to get here. Prior to that, it was Tescott 42-22, and they've already given up those kind of numbers.
The one thing that David Hughes talked about, don't give up the big pass play. They've had a 53-yard touchdown pass and a 50-yard touchdown pass already in this ball game. Not bad stats for Jeff Hennick. He's 3 for 4, 137 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Not too shabby.
That's about what I do on the field. You know,
absolutely.
The deep kick.
In your
dreams, it's going to be
maybe.
Barlow at the 3. Then a fake it a handoff and give it to Spencer, and he slips down.
I'm telling you, that field, to me, when top half of the grass lays down, it don't have enough rubber in it to have the grass stand upwards at, in my opinion.
We might have had the officials are talking, they're getting everything set for play, so we're 1st down and 10 from the 10-yard line. And South Haven needs a score right here. There's still plenty of time in this ball game. 5:08 to go.
Stu Chance had that announcement there. See the referee.
They're talking about something. He's waiting. He must be happy with the results.
He's changing the score. I think the clock reset.
And the clock is reset to 5:12, and we're ready to go. 1st and 10 from the 10. South Haven has not been able to run the football in this ball game. They're going to try it to the right side this time. They stretch it east and west and forget about it. Howard is there. Elder is there. South Haven is going to have to go between the tackles because they've shown that that the speed and the strength of this Wallace County defense does not allow the Cardinals to get outside.
They're swarming to that football very, very well so far. Coach Ayers has to be absolutely pleased with how they're swarming to that football. They're tenacious and not giving them much of an opportunity to go. Like you said, they need to have a quick hitter, something that gets by them, or a good play-action fake up the middle.
5 carries, 11 yards for Spencer, 1 carry, 2 yards for Davidson. There's a pitch out to Spencer. He goes right, has a nice block. Up across the 10, he's going to be brought down at the 14-yard line, so he picks up 5 on the play. It's 3rd and 6.
And see, that was some misdirection in there, so he sends his fullback, to his left. So Jake Davidson goes to the left, and it's a pitch out to Spencer to the right, and at least they made about 5 yards that time.
So 3rd down and the short 6 from the 14-yard line. 4:27 to go, first quarter. It's already 22-0 Wallace County. Pitch out to Spencer once again, trying to go east and west. Has a break. He's going to have a first down. Up to the 31-yard line. A pickup of 7 yards and a first down.
Yeah, you notice that there? We got a first down, and we got a little cloud cover for the Cardinals. It might help them out a little bit.
Might help us too.
Yeah.
It's toasty up here today in Newton.
And this time of the year, go figure.
.410 to go here in the first quarter. Wallace County standing tall defensively. South Haven gets their first down other than the penalty from Wallace County on the face mask. Davidson picks up a couple on the play.
He sure is a stout fullback, isn't he?
He's huge.
215-pound senior, number 42, old Jake Davidson.
Kevin Ayers will never quit coaching on that sideline. He is over there. He's like, you know what? We're up 22-0. He probably wouldn't be sad if they could put 45 on him here in this first half and end the game early.
Yeah, he gets that from his grandpa, and I'll tell you about that later.
2nd down and 7. Davidson spins off the tackle. Look at him use those legs, pounding up to the 40-yard line. Was the ball on the ground?
I think they're gonna.
It's Wallace County football. It looked like it because they threw the beanbag, and it wasn't an out-of-bounds play, so that usually means the rock's on the field. And South Haven can't afford that to happen, but now it is Wallace County football at the South Haven 30.
That was unfortunate for Jake Davidson, truthfully, that he was just spinning to try to make a couple other yards, and then that spin move, why the ball was knocked loose, and then Wallace County recovered it. So 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line.
We'll see if they go for the gusto here. Elder right side, look out. Lowers his shoulder, brought down, picks up 9 on first down. Tough to bring down Taylor Elder.
You can see why he's been tough all year long. Why he's been the #1 leader, having 64 rushes for 520. He's had 140 rushes for 1,353 yards.
2nd down and 1. The ball at the 21-yard line. Wallace County up 22-0, looking for more. A little misdirection. O'Connor with the football in the open, keeps his balance inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. 13 yards and a first down.
Pretty good counter play, wasn't it? Fake to Elder. He just got through getting 9 yards, so fake it to him this time. Give it to O'Connor on the next one.
1st down and goal from the 8-yard line. Just inside the 9, they'll call it. Not quite the 8. But South Haven needs a play here. They need a turnover or something. They trail 22-0 with 2:19 and counting here in the first quarter. Hennick's going to keep it, going left side, gets a block, and is swarmed under as he gets to the 6-yard line. We'll call it the 7, a pickup of a couple on the play.
What's amazing is Hennick's had 76 rushes for 405 yards this year. So he's averaged over 5.3 yards per carry and 13 touchdowns he scored on the run. And Tyler O'Connor, number 4, at the fullback position, he's rushed for 526 yards and averages 8.22 every time he carries it. And so it's incredible what they have there. You already know what Taylor Elder's done.
So 2nd down and goal from the 6. Back to pass Hennick. Looking, Still looking, throws it, incomplete. Blaylock on the coverage. Good job by Reese right there.
Yeah, great job there by breaking it up by Reese Blaylock, 155-pound junior. He's had one interception playing free safety this year, and he almost got another pick right there, or at least a deflection and an incomplete pass.
Wallace County with 3rd down and goal from the 6.
You haven't had to say that much today.
No, we haven't.
It hasn't really got down to 3rd down and something.
Been 2 or 3 plays on a drive. Quick snap. Elder across the end line. He's in. From 6 yards out, Taylor Elder gets on the board. 1:26 to go in the first quarter. It is 28-0. And boy, Wallace County got up to the line and snapped that ball immediately.
Yeah, and he's had 202 points scored prior to those 6 points right there in the year. And that's a lot of points scored in one season, 202 points. And he's had 226 yards on 15 receiving passes. And now we go for a 2-point extra point. Shotgun position.
Option left side, Hennick in trouble. He's going to be swarmed under. Davidson on the tackle. The 2-point conversion failed. But with 1:26 to go in the first quarter, a 6-yard touchdown run from Taylor Elder. Right there he goes into the end zone. The 2-point conversion failed, but it is 28-0 Wallace County, Larry. And I don't know what South Haven can do right now. Their offense has not been able to do much. Their defense hasn't even come close to stopping Wallace County so far in this ball game.
The Cardinals have definitely had their wings clipped. I don't think they intentionally meant for that to happen, but right now the Cardinals aren't flying very high at all. They had their wings clipped. They went down to the pet shop. And the Wildcats are having a feast day right now on some Cardinals.
Pretty good crowd over there on the far side, as you just saw, cheering on their Wallace County Wildcats, traveling all the way from Sharon Springs and the surrounding area to come check out this 12-0 football team. And under second-year head coach Kevin Ayers, they are 23-1, looking like they're on their way to 24-1. But 23-1, an impressive record. And you got to hand it to Coach Ayers. We got to hand it to these kids for making that turnaround and looking for their first state title since 1991.
You remember Kevin Ayers, I mentioned earlier, he takes after his grandpa. You know, there's a Blue Maston's his old grandpa from Russell Springs. And one time, there's that kickoff.
There's a kick, and Spencer, they're not going to try and fake him out this time. He just goes up the field, has to jump over his own man, carries a tackler up to the 15-yard line, which is where South Haven will take over. 65 yards to go to the end zone, and they need scores right now.
Absolutely. And while they're changing from offense to defense here, I remember those story years ago about Kevin Ayers, how tough he is, and he gets it after his grandpa, Blue Maston. A rattlesnake one time bit his grandpa, Blue Maston, and guess what? The snake died. And that's a true story.
Poor snake.
There's a rattlesnake now.
First down and 10. There's the pitch to Spencer. He's trying to string it out. Gets up the field for a couple yards before he gets destroyed by 4 white and blue shirts. Tate Andrews, Taylor Elder, Jeff Hennick, Tyler O'Connor there.
And can't you remember out there in Wallace County, they have rattlesnake hunts out there. They used to corral them and have fences, and they stick them in there. Yeah, rattlesnake country out there.
Count me out.
I mean, I found out a long time ago 2 kinds I don't like, dead ones and live ones. I don't care what other flavor they are.
First down, and you're going to get some people mad at you now.
Well, snake lovers maybe.
Second down and 8. Throw up the field, incomplete, in and out of the hands.
That's a good juggling act
of
right
Kalen Fitch.
Yep.
And it brings up 3rd down now.
And finishing that story on Kevin Ayers' grandpa, he goes home, he lances the deal and gets a tub full of hot water and lays into it like this, you know, and that's what he did. He didn't go to the doctor for that rattlesnake bite. That's how tough he is. And Kevin Ayers is just a chip off the old block.
3rd down and 8. I'd like to be a chip off the up. There's going to be a false start over there on the far side. Blaylock started early, so just keep adding to the insult to injury so far here in this first quarter for South Haven.
Yes, sir. Blue Maston got bit by a snake, and the snake died.
False start on the offense. Still 3rd down.
So 5-yard penalty makes it 3rd down and 13. 30 yards of total offense here in this first quarter for South Haven.
That's keeping these Zebras moving up and down the field, isn't it? Got to stand up with these Wildcats.
206 total yards unofficially for Wallace County. Back to pass, Yunker. Play action. Going to try and throw it up the field. Catch is made! Oh, baby, what a play over there on the far side.
He
And
got
the South
laid out by
Haven
Yunker,
player
though.
is still down.
Hennig.
Goodness sakes.
What a catch to hang on to after that ferocious hit there by Jeff Hennig.
It's going to be a 1st down.
That's great.
Jake Parcher, the 125-pound junior, makes the catch, and maybe that's something that they needed. A pickup of 26 yards and a 1st down.
He's only a 125-pound junior, but man, what a catch he made right there. Number 12, he's not very big, but Jake did a great job hanging on.
And here's the catch right there.
And the hit.
Bam!
Boom. I'll guarantee you, not only he's feeling it, his parents and grandparents, everybody in the stands feeling that hit up in the stands, aren't they?
Ouch. 1st and 10 from the 38. Spencer looking off the right side, cuts it up, gets into Wallace County territory at the 39-yard line. A pickup of 3 on the play. He'll bring up 2nd down and 7, and that will be the final play of the 1st quarter.
That kind of play right there, Jeremy, reminded me of student body right on the old single wing formations years ago.
So we played 1 quarter. It's been all Wallace County. The Wildcats on top of South Haven by a score of 28-0. We're back after this on Smoky Hills Public Television. Starting the 2nd quarter here on Smoky Hills Public Television. South Haven Cardinals trailing 28-0. They face a 2nd down and 7 at the Wallace County 39-yard line. Jeremy McGuire, color analyst Larry Jantz from Fisher Field in Newton. Give up the middle. Now it's going to be a pitch outside to Spencer, and he is not going to get anywhere. Beaker out there on the tackle. And just in case, Hennig was coming up to make a hit as well. No gain. 3rd down and 7. And we've mentioned it in the 1st quarter, Larry. Running east and west is awfully hard to do against this defense.
Well, running east and west is what you need to do because that's the way this field's laid out, east and west. But running north and south is not what they want to do in this particular field.
Smart Alec.
I'm sorry. but it is true. I was watching the battle between Wesley Scott, the center for South Haven, and Mitch Harrison.
Back to pass to throw up the field, looking for Blaylock.
He got
thrown. And Yunker got hit as he threw that thing away, and it's going to be another punting situation for the Cardinals.
That's big old 6'4", 208-pound junior, number 77, Mitch Harrison, that hit Yunker about the time he got ready to throw, and it made the ball come up about 10 yards short of the receiver.
So 4th down and 7, the punt coming here for Jake Davidson. Snap is back. The kick is away, and it's straight up in the air. And which way is it going to bounce? It's going to go towards the 25-yard line, down at the 26-yard line.
It bounced parallel, didn't it?
13 yards on the kick. And now Wallace County, who has scored every time they've had the football, has it again at their own 26-yard line.
Every time they scored the football? That kind of reminds me of the KU versus the Nebraska game a few weeks ago.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Sweet music. If you're a Husker fan, I'm sorry. 1st down and 10 from the 26. Hennig barking out the signals up the middle to O'Connor. And a little bit of frustration coming in there for South Haven as Davidson was getting blocked pretty well by Brett Keller. Trying to toss him around a little bit.
I tell you what.
Pick up a 6 on the play that time for O'Connor.
That time there, you had Brock Williams, the center, 156-pound, 5'11" senior, and Brett Keller, 34, the right guard. They got 2 or 3 yards before O'Connor got up there.
2nd down and 4. Back to pass, a throw out in the flat. Elder makes the catch. Is he going to make a man miss? Yes, he does. He cuts it back to the middle of the field. Still on his feet.
5. Took
Going
4th, 5th
strong
guy.
before Jeremy Norris brings him down in Cardinal territory at the 37-yard line.
Broke 2 tackles, and finally the 4th and 3rd, 4th, and 5th guy finally corralled him and got the Wildcat down to the turf.
A pickup of 11 and another Wildcat first down.
They're getting a lot of action over there on moving them sticks, aren't they, Jeremy?
They're giving the chain gang plenty of exercise on the far side. Look out for the play action right here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Play action pass, back to pass Hennick. Had Beaker on the crossing pattern. It was incomplete. Howell on the coverage.
Was he open?
For the Cardinals. He was open.
Yeah. Hennick just led him about 1.5 yards too far out in front. Old Ty Beaker. He's had 19 catches this year for 264 yards. So he averages 13.9 yards every time he gets the ball. And he scored 44 points this year. That's at number 2 jersey, 140-pound, 6-foot senior. Here we go.
2nd and 10, excuse me, from the 37. This time they're just going to go right up the middle to O'Connor as he bowls forward. Picks up 5 on the play. Scott on the tackle for South Haven. 3rd down and 5.
That was a great job there. There's a great line there. That Nathan Mitchell's the left guard that kind of set the hole down. Him in the center, Brock Williams. Nathan Mitchell, number 21, 165-pound, 5'11" senior. And of course, Brock Williams, the center, jersey number 3, 156-pound, 5'11" senior. They led the way that time.
3rd down and 5 from the 32. Back to pass Hennick, looking in some trouble. Clears some space, is going to run it, and he is going to be held short of the first down. He picks up a pair up to the 30-yard line, just inside the 30. He'll bring up 4th down and a short 3.
Guess what? Since they've scored in every possession so far, you think they'll go for it?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, I'd think so too.
8:57 to go, first half, 28-0 Wallace County.
On the 29-yard line, huh?
29-yard line, 4th down.
And 3 to go.
We'll see if they try and draw South Haven off. They do not. O'Connor up the middle.
like
he's going to have the first down. Down to the 26-yard line. A pickup of 3 on the play, and that's all he needed for the first down.
And Mr. Referee, Stu Chance signals first down. Move the sticks, boys. For another Wallace County Wildcat first down.
6 first down so far in the ball game for the Wildcats.
And from the 26-yard line, they'll have 1st and 10, leading 28-0.
And Hennick has liked the play action pass on first down. No play action here, just pitch it to Elder. He tries to get the sideline, gets a nice block. And there are flags all over the place. Might get a holding call.
I got some dirty laundry out there.
And Stu Chance will make the call, and that is a hold against Wallace County.
That makes all the fans happy here from South Haven Cardinal Country. And they need a little spark of enthusiasm at this point.
They are getting it handed to them right now.
This obviously is not what Coach...
Holding on the offense. Replay first down.
So it'd be first down and 21. 1st and 21 from the 37-yard line.
Yes, sirree.
So we'll see if Wallace County can dig out of the hole they've set their offense in. Play action pass down the field. Hennick has Andrews out there. It is caught. First down inside the 5-yard line, down at the 3. 34 yards and a first down, and what an adjustment Andrews made on that play.
Yeah, it was a great comeback. He waited for the ball to get there to him, and he showed his athletic ability. And being a little taller, it looks to me like he's a good head of taller than 030 trying to cover him on defense there. And no offense to Derek Spencer, but you get 6'2" that stretches out, looks like a 6'4" guy, and Tate Andrews.
Fantastic catch right there by Andrews.
Absolutely.
First down and goal. We'll see if it's Hennick or Elder. That ball is rolled back. Hennick pitches back to Elder. He cuts back inside at the goal line, and he's in. And things keep getting uglier for South Haven. 34-0, 7:47 to go in the first half.
Everything that Coach Hughes wanted not to happen has happened. He hasn't been able to stop the run. He wanted to cover the short routes and backs out of the backfield. And he says, don't give up the big pass plays. And those three things was his key to defensive keys to victory. And it just hasn't taken place so far here in the first half of action. Likewise, flipping the coin, Kevin Ayers on offense. He wanted to establish the power run game, use play action, and take vertical shots to try to stretch the field, and all that has worked.
2-point conversion attempt right here. Hennick rolls right, looking, pump fakes, pulls it down. He's running to the goal line. He is not going to get there. So 7:47 to go first half. It's all Wallace County. The Wildcats 34. The South Haven Cardinals nothing here on Smoky Hills Public Television. And it's been Wallace County domination from the word go, Larry Jantz.
Yeah, just what we got through mentioning, the keys to victory for the Wildcats. All three of them has happened. And same thing for the defense, the things that didn't want to happen for Coach David Hughes and the Cardinal defense has taken place. So you win the line of scrimmage up there, you got a great chance. And they've capitalized on the one turnover and scored on every possession they have had so far, correct?
They have scored on every possession. They scored
amazing.
A 9-yard touchdown from Tyler O'Connor at the 10:07 mark in the first quarter. 3 minutes and 4 seconds later, Tate Andrews is in on a 53-yard pass from Jeff Hennick. Then less than 2 minutes later, Alex Howard in on a 50-yard touchdown pass from Hennick. Then Taylor Elder has had the last 2 touchdowns, a 6-yard run at the 1:26 mark of the first, and a 3-yard run at just now at 7:47 mark. So they're being very efficient. They're strong, and South Haven has not had an answer offensively or defensively today.
And they're in desperate need for something positive to happen for them.
And there's a deep boot right there, and that baby is not going to be returned.
In high school, when it gets in an end zone, it's a touchback. So it'll be first down out on the 25, isn't it, or 15?
15-yard
line, I'm sorry.
First down and 10 from the 15. South Haven will take over there, trailing by 34 with 7:47 to go here in the second quarter. Cardinals need a spark, a big play of some kind. Right here, they could really use Cass Myers, who's cruising. You can feel for this young man and this team. There's an inside handoff to Howell, and he gets knocked down immediately. Tate Andrews on the tackle. And it brings up second down and 10.
Notice how the Wildcats kept them jammed up in there. You know, if they're trying to spread them out to have some room for the running backs, why the running back was running into the lineman then, because their line splits wasn't very wide. And the 3-2 defense, primarily by the Wildcats, shut them down.
Second down and 10. Wallace County trying to make something happen. Yunker in the backfield, nowhere to go. He is hit down in the backfield. In on the play, Taylor Elder, and Yunker is a little slow to get up. He hustles back to the huddle, and it's going to be, well, Yunker's coming out of the ball game.
Is that right? I am. He's holding his right arm.
Holding his right arm, and coming in is Jake Parcher, the junior, who made the catch a little bit ago. Yunker's going to come back, but he is holding his right arm. He is struggling right now as he lost 3 on that play.
That don't look good.
It's going to be awfully hard for the young man to throw it. He's holding his right arm. He's a quarterback, and he's right-handed. Back to pass Yunker. Looks up the field, throws it. Had his man right there, Spencer, but he was not able to bring the ball in. On the coverage was Alex Howard. 3 plays and out, and South Haven has to punt again.
He might be holding his shoulder a little bit. I think he might have landed on that turf a little bit because lots of times you have a shoulder injury, that's the way you kind of carry your arm.
Try and give that shoulder as much support as you can by holding it in. 4th down and 13, the punt coming here. Wallace County holding back, and that one is incredibly high and towards the sidelines, and it takes a 90-degree turn and bounces right out of bounds at the 33-yard line. That's where
the Wildcats take over.
Wallace County will take over, leading 34-0. It's about the 30. Yeah, they'll mark it at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 32. 6:14 to go here in the.
But it's the 32-yard line of the Cardinals, not the 32-yard line of the Wildcats.
Yes.
So they're closer to the goal line down here, buddy.
1st and 10. Hennick going to give it up the middle. O'Connor going right. Sheds a tackler inside the 25, down at the 24.
Had 6 made, and he spun for another 2 on that their attempted tackle. So gained about 8. Going to bring up 2nd down and 2.
Tell you what, O'Connor has been the main horse in the backfield. Unofficially 8 carries, 52 yards. Taylor Elder 5 carries, 29 yards, but the game breaker has been Jeff Hennick. He is 5 for 8, 182 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's about what you saw O'Connor that last time. That's about his average. He got 8.2 yards per carry all year long. And he got 8 right then.
And there's Elder on a little counter play going to the outside. Look out, he's fast.
He's got room.
Boom, look at the stiff arm. Spencer comes up and knocks him out of bounds at the 14-yard line. A pickup of 10 on the play and a 1st down.
Yeah, but that extra 30 pounds that Taylor Elder has over Derek Spencer, only 145 pounds, got the advantage at that time. And his 1st down, move the sticks. So now we're on about the 14-yard line. 1st and goal for the Wallace County Wildcats. They come up there in their old shotgun formation, a little spread action.
Hennick is going to option to right side to Elder. He has a blocker, O'Connor out in front of him at the 5. He's in for a touchdown. A 14-yard run and a 3rd touchdown run of the ball game for Taylor Elder. With 5:22 to go in the 1st half, it is 40-0.
This is what you did not expect if you were obviously from the South Haven Cardinal. Wouldn't expect to get dominated where they have up to this point on both sides of the field, offensively and defensively.
2-point conversion coming here.
I was thinking that at 22, and I thought I'd still really think that.
Wallace County has missed their last 3 2-point conversion attempts, and we have a flag on the near side. And most likely a false start.
Looked like Wesley Scott jumped off. He's a 220-pound senior. He's kind of reserved
on the defense, half the distance.
So half the distance to the goal, so it's 1.5 yards. Only the 2nd penalty against South Haven in the ball game. 2 penalties against Wallace County.
They were larger, bigger penalties, weren't they?
Yes, they were. Hennick looking right, cuts it in, still on his feet, walks in for the 2-point conversion.
He tripped him up after he already scored, though.
Brought down in the end zone. So with 5:22 to go, 1st half, it is Wallace County 42, South Haven nothing, and the Cardinals are just getting blitzed right here. As you see Elder cut it back in and cut it back out and just walks into the end zone. And South Haven needs to get some points on the board, or at least keep Wallace County from scoring again to extend this game to the second half.
They got to get rid of that goose egg on that scoreboard, and I don't know what Coach Hughes might have up his sleeve to try to get that to take place. But right now on both sides of the ball, you know, they haven't neutralized one of them. They haven't made them one-dimensional at anything. Right now, the Wildcats have got to do anything they wanted to do. They can run a game, or they have play action, or they had the big pass play. So all the things that Coach Hughes mentioned for the keys to victory hasn't taken place, Jeremy.
And he just saw the state championship trophy for 8-man Division II. And Wallace County well on their way to receiving that one, which would be the first since 1991. The kick is deep by Andrews. It's going to be taken by Spencer at the 1-yard line. Comes up the right side, has a little running room, and brought down up across the 20 at the 21-yard line. First down and 10 from there for South Haven. Their offense has struggled mightily in this ball game.
But that's a great run back off of that kickoff, though. You get 20 yards out of it, get it on the 1, and get out to 21 or 22-yard line. So they made 21 yards on it. And first down and 10 for the Cardinals. And we hope that they can get rid of that goose egg here on this drive before halftime.
5:15 on the first quarter clock. Yunker gives it to Davidson, who comes from the tailback position this time.
One of the better runs, wasn't it?
Picks up 7 up to the 29-yard line.
See, and he has 984 yards rushing to the point this year. That's an average of 8.6 every time he catches it. Rushes the ball, and he's about 1,097 yards total for the whole year, passing and rushing.
Second down and 3. There's Davidson again. This time he goes left side, going the wrong direction. He loses a yard on the play this time, 3rd and 4.
He's more or less an east-west runner, or a A to B, straight ahead runner, not outside on sweeps. By what I saw that play.
So 3rd down and 4 for South Haven. They've picked up 3 first downs in this first half. Wallace County has picked up 8, but they've had big plays that have brought them into the end zone. Touchdown passes of 53 and 50, and runs of 9, 6, 3, and 14. 3rd and 4. Howell, right side. Maybe a half a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And for the year, Jeremy, South Haven, they've had 91 touchdowns by the whole team. Jake Davidson has 25 of them. Derek Spencer has 16 of them. Cass Meyer had 17, and Nate Younger had 6. So those 4 guys have the bulk of the 91 team touchdowns, and right now South Haven is trying to search for 1.
And South Haven, it looks like they're going to kick the football away with 3:35 to go. There's a snap. That punt was nearly blocked. It's a high one. It's going to land, and it will bounce inside the 25, and Elder's going to watch it roll dead at about the 21-yard line.
South Haven got a nice roll on their side. It'd benefit another 5 yards for them. But that Mitch Harrison 6'4" frame almost stretched the hand out there and blocked old Jake Davidson's punt, didn't he?
It was awfully close. So now South Haven has to. That's
tough up on
defense
defense.
To stand.
But when you said close, that's only in horseshoes, right?
Yep.
That's all okay. So if you didn't block it, don't count.
First down and 10 for Wallace County. They haven't been stopped yet today. There's a delayed handoff. Elder looking left, goes back right, gets a block. Look out! Oh, what a clearing block down the sideline. He's at the 40, the 30, and Norris finally brings him down with some help inside the 20 down to the 16.
What a run.
43 yards and a first down.
Wow, now you can see why out of 140 rushes for the year, you had over 1,353 yards. You averaged 9.6 yards every time he rushed the ball. He caught passes, 15 passes for 226 yards, averaged 15 yards per catch, and scored over 202 points for the season coming into this ball game.
Down at the 16, 3 minutes to go first half. 42-0 Wallace County. This time O'Connor pushes forward, is tripped up as he crosses the 15 to the 14-yard line, picks up 2 on the play.
Well, you had to give old Taylor Elder a break on that one. You don't want to run him 2 of them like that. The run he just had, got to give him a blow. So give that ball to O'Connor. Let him go straight ahead for 2 yards or 3.
29 touchdown runs so far on the season, counting the 3 that Taylor Elder has tacked on today. And we have a timeout on the field taken by the South Haven Cardinals. They trail right now, Larry, 42-0. And Elder going all over the place here as you see that run, delayed handoff. Went left, came back right, got a big block right there, got to the sideline, and nearly outran Norris from his defensive tackle position, but Jeremy was able to run him down and finally collar him as he got a little help there towards the end, because Elder wasn't going down very easily there.
He's kind of zigged and zagged, and he made a lot of those yards on his own, didn't he?
Did
stop and go, zig zag. Looked like a pinball machine, or a pinball bouncing off the side corners.
And Lane Lathers had an angle on him as he was about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and Lane was kind of going lateral and looking back, and then here came the blocker from Wallace County.
Well, Coach Dave Hughes needs to be kind of like the old Oral Roberts stories from down there. Needs to pull some miracles from the tower.
It's going to take quite a miracle, because they are...
You need to be a miracle worker here on this one, don't you? Huh? I know what he's trying to do. He calls timeout, try to collect them and say, hey, if we want to play the second half of the game, guess what? We got to stop him here, don't we?
So 2nd down and 7, a pickup of 3 on the last play. They'll say for O'Connor. That gives him 55 yards on the ball game. There's a pitch back to Elder. He's going to the sideline. He beats Spencer there, breaks a tackle, and knocked out of bounds at the 7. Going to be very close to a first down, but he's going to be just short by about a half a yard.
Call it a yard short. At the most, a short yard.
That puts Elder up over 100 yards unofficially at 102 on 9 carries.
Wow.
3 touchdowns to boot. Johnny Unruh in at left tackle. There's a give up to Hennick on the carry. He's going to have a first down at the 5-yard line. Picks up a pair.
Called his own number, didn't he? After a great fake, because a lot of people thought, I think, O'Connor had the ball straight up the gut.
I know I did.
I don't think he was alone either.
They're starting to get some more kids in the ball game right here is Wallace County. They're figuring this might be the last hurrah. O'Connor now on the left side of the line. It's Holden Mai. There's O'Connor, right side, touchdown. Wallace County is on the board again with 1:53 to go in the first half. It is 48-0. And I believe you have to play the entire first half.
You do. You do.
So South Haven still has a chance to keep this thing going.
Timeout.
And timeout on the field.
I got a feeling timeout probably going by the Wildcats, because he's going to probably put in a whole second string of offensive guys on this 2-point conversion, so they get at least a playing action.
There's the run. O'Connor right up the gut from 5 yards out. 60 yards rushing. O'Connor with the 2nd touchdown run of the ball game.
5 yards out. And there's still some time left in the 2nd quarter, though, before halftime. But we're going to have to see a miracle by them South Haven Cardinals.
And like you said, some new faces into the lineup right now for Wallace County.
A whole new, different outfit out there. See, backup, quarterback, even everybody.
Trevor Beaker in it. Quarterback will try and get that. Fullback is Taylor Pierce. Tailback is Doyle Pletcher. And nothing going on that one as the 2-point conversion run fails. So with 1:53 to go in the first half, it's Wallace County 48, South Haven nothing.
Taylor Pierce was at number 30, was in the backfield there. They kind of run up on the quarterback. Number 10, of course, is Trevor Beaker. Also a sophomore, 5'9", 138-pounder, was playing quarterback in there. Kind of replaced Hennick on that particular 2-point extra point. So it failed. The score still remains 48-0 by the Wallace County Wildcats.
So let's see if Wallace County will stick with the first teamers on defense and try and hold this shutout. Looks like there's a few first teamers, a few second teamers out there on the kickoff coverage team. Spencer and Barlow back deep for the South Haven Cardinals.
You got Tate Andrews going to kick this one instead of, okay, see it?
And he's been booting it pretty good so far today. It's a line drive kick going out of bounds. And another flag on.
It's going to be on the first and 10 for 25-yard line for them Cardinals from South Haven. I mean, out of bounds, it would make it from the 25, I think.
They'll move it up. That's where the official is standing at the 25. So that's where South Haven will take the ball, and first team defense for the most part, or for some of it, still out on the field. Hennick will come out.
Got Harrison in there at nose guard yet.
Beaker's coming out.
Taylor Elder's in there yet.
O'Connor's coming back in. They better count heads. They have 8.
Yeah.
So South Haven's going to go shotgun and spread things out. Back to pass. Yunker throws it down the field. Has a man out there. It's intercepted. It's intercepted by Wallace County.
Yeah.
A heck of a play over there by Taylor Pierce. The 142-pound sophomore was running right down the field.
5'9", 140-some-pound sophomore, Taylor Pierce, number 30. Great inside position there. He had great position on it. The ball was underthrown just a hair. By having the inside position, he just sticks his own mitts out, grabs the ball, and he has the interception for him.
So Wallace County will get it back, and they have 1:45 on the clock. And a very dejected sideline and crowd.
Well, a whole new outfit here on running offense for the Wildcats.
We'll try and keep everything up to date for you. And
ball's
that ball's on the
carpet.
ground.
Ball's
Who has
loose.
it? And South Haven is falling on it. They recover a fumble at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, that's what they needed, a little spark.
And here comes the first teamers back out defensively.
Too bad you can't send in old Cass Myers in the sideline 32 with his crutches.
Something tells me
they could stick out a crutch.
They would frown on that just a touch.
Really?
I think so.
They wouldn't feel sorry for him, would they?
Oh, they might feel sorry for him. There's a pitch back to Spencer. Comes sideline and is slung out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Yeah, number 45 gets him out of Brennan Van Allen, a 6'1", 173-pound junior. Made that tackle. Kind of stop him out of bounds for little or no gain. Called second down and 10 yards for the Cardinals.
Clock stopped with 1:35 on the clock. South Haven needs to score to extend this ball game past halftime. There's Davidson up the middle, fighting. You see Hennick knowing the pile is pretty much stopped in there, trying to rip that ball out of there as Davidson picks up a couple on the play. Make it 3, 3rd down and 7.
You got Carson Bertrand in there, number 56. He's a 5'11", 150-pound sophomore. And I noticed him in here playing a little defense. And you've got 72 out there, which is Johnny Unruh, a 5'10", 194-pound senior, playing nose guard.
Play action pass, Yunker looking. Blaylock in the end zone, overthrown, incomplete.
Nice throw,
looking
nice
for the
farm.
score right there, and just out over the outstretched arms of Blaylock.
And number 62 out there in defense is Colin Batchelor, 5'10", 148-pound sophomore. Colton. Number 62 for the Wildcats.
4th down and 7. 4th down and 7.
Oh, I apologize. That's Colton Baylor out there. Remember the pronunciation. Number 62.
4th and 7. Here we go. Back to pass. Yunker throws. Has a man open. It's intercepted. Hennick with it down the sideline, looking for a block. Brought down at the 27-yard line, and that should just about do it with 45 seconds to go. A second interception thrown in this second quarter by Yunker.
Well, in this last two drives, why the first play of the second in the series before this one, why is intercepted by number 30, Pierce. And here, Hennick gets interception here on 4th down, and so now the Wildcats got the ball again, Jeremy. 1st and 10 from
27-yard line.
There you go.
And there's a give right up the right side. Nice running room and a good tackle. Over there by Lane Lathers.
That's little Doyle Pletcher down there, a 5'6", 89-pound sophomore, I want you to know. Number 25 is an 89-pounder out there.
He's a tough little dude, though.
He carried the mail. He got 3 yards about carrying that mail.
2nd down and 7. One more play to go here. Wallace County has been 16 years in waiting.
Holy smoke!
Actually got pummeled. The ball's on the ground. I think Wallace County falls back on it. The clock winds, and that is going to be the final play of your ball game. That's all she wrote, and the Wallace County Wildcats are the 2007 8-man Division II state champions in the state of Kansas. The first time since 1991.
I wonder if those Zebras give half the money back since it's only worth half a game.
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably right.
They've worked hard and long enough to get here. They deserve the full paycheck, right?
That's right.
They
Great
come
reward.
off the sideline, and you know what a
It was a dominating game on both sides of the ball, wasn't it, by the Wildcats today? Just absolutely dominating.
It wasn't. I mean, it just right from the get-go, you just had a feeling. You just had a feeling, and that feeling came to fruition pretty quickly.
South Haven won that toss and deferred, remember, and they gave the ball to the Wildcats to start with, hoping that would be extended and they'd use maybe take the ball in the second half, which just didn't materialize. So the things that Coach Hughes wanted to take place, wanted to happen today, just did not partake. And you got to give all credit to the Wildcats for making sure it didn't take place, because the things that Coach Kevin Myers wanted to happen did happen. Their defensive keys was to stop their run, their eye game, no big plays, and force turnovers. They did that. On offense, Coach Kevin Myers and his crew team, they wanted to establish a power run game, use play action, take some vertical shots that stretch the field, and they did that. And they used a variety and mix of run and play actions. They had different spread sets, and they run and played action out of all of them. Even used some 3-step drop occasionally, and there you have state champs, Wallace County.
See the two head coaches doing their handshaking, and you see the Wallace County Wildcats celebrating over there.
And they remember, they won the state in 1991, so now it's back there. They're 23-1 coming in this game. Now they're 24-1. The 2 years that Kevin Ayers has been the head coach at the Wallace County Wildcats. And he grew up nearby Russell Springs, Tri-Plains High School, and played a little college ball down at Bethany for the Swedes.
So he's not too far away from his old college stomping grounds being down here in Newton.
No. No, sir.
South Haven getting their runner-up medals, well-deserved. They're going to end their season at 12-1.
And that's no disgrace. How many teams loved to have been here in their position today?
A lot.
Including Hope, who's been here many, many times, and they defeated them. South Haven defeated them for the right to be here.
A lot.
28-14 last week, and then today they ran into a buzzsaw.
And there's the state championship trophy that's going to be awarded to the Wallace County Wildcats. And there it is. There's your state champions, the Wallace County Wildcats, 13-0, 24-1 over the past 2 years. That is a tough record to match, 24-1. I am pretty impressed by that.
Well, you got to go to 6A. You know, Hutchinson, what they've done under Randy Dryling in the last 3 years, and they're going back for their 4th win in a row at state championships in 6A, like Smith Center trying to go back for their 4th trip in a row in Class 2A, 1A. So, but here we are in 8-man country, and the Wildcats are now the champion of 8-man Division II.
So there's going to be some questions as to probably already start as to how will this team do in a year. Taylor Elder, a senior. Jeff Hennick, a senior. The entire offensive line is a senior, including the ends. Alex Howard, Ty Beaker, all seniors. So there's a lot to replace here on this ball club. A lot to replace, but
this was their year. This was their year, and they were, and the most papers had them ranked number one in Division II most of the year anyway, you know, Jeremy, and they just proved a point today very emphatically on the field.
Kevin Ayers there in amongst his players, giving them probably their final speech of the 2007 football season. And like you said, Larry, everybody wants to be here at this point, and especially in the place of Wallace County. South Haven, you know, a disappointing end as they fall 48-0. And it only takes a half to do that. It just goes to show you how solid this Wallace County team is. You get to the state championship, and you're going to have yourself some considerable foes, and boy.
And you always wonder, even though everybody stepped up for South Haven, you always wonder what would happen in week 8 if Cass Myers don't get hurt, because he had over 1,500 yards rushing up to that point when he gets that broken leg, like you mentioned, 4 or 5 breaks in that leg, and just got his leg out of full body cast not long ago. So you look at that, and the inspiration everybody else did that. It's incredible with the leadership he had and the amount of yards he gained, and the kind of like spark plug, or the, you know, like the jumper cables that he met to the team to rise to the occasion and get him as far as he did here to the championship game today.
So there's that huddle one last time for the 2007 football season. It's hard to believe this all got started back on August 31st. And I guess as with age comes, life moves along a lot faster, because it seems like opening week was just yesterday, and here we are closing things up on the 2007 football season here on Smoky Hills Public Television.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, this game, well, they need to get for the rebroadcast and DVDs. What's the stuff on that, Jeremy?
Get your DVDs and catch the rebroadcast.
And the result's going to be the same, right?
That's right. Results are the same. If you'd like a copy of this ball game on DVD, contact Smoky Hills Public Television, P.O. Box 9, Bunker Hill, Kansas 67626, or visit them online at shptv.org, or call toll-free 800-337-4788. Tate Andrews had a big ball game.
Did he ever?
Some hugs and some congratulations there from an array of folks. Lots of smiles on that side of things.
That kid's a player. And you realize he's only a sophomore, 6'2". He's pretty mature for a sophomore.
Yeah, look out. That young man has got a lot to bring to the table here in the future for this ball club. Final look at the crowd as they start to file out of Fisher Field and Athletic Park here in Newton. Absolutely gorgeous facility. Absolutely gorgeous day for high school football, or about anything. Unless you're wanting to go skiing or sledding or something. Wouldn't have worked very well today. There's another big man in the middle, Mitch Harrison.
Water skiing, maybe.
Water skiing would work all right today, mid-November in Kansas. You probably could have got away with it.
Little cow pasture pool called golf would have worked good today.
Wildcats go hard every yard. They did. They went hard every yard all the way through from the beginning to the end of this thing. They did not slack off at all. And looking at some of the final statistics for the ball game, Wallace County 182 passing yards, 178 rushing yards for a total of 360 yards, 9 first downs, 1 turnover, 48 points. For the South Haven Cardinals, 27 yards passing, 36 yards rushing, 63 yards of total offense, 3 first downs, and 3 turnovers, and we were not able to put any points on the board.
They averaged 49.5 points for the whole year anyway, and they got 48 today and a half.
So pretty darn close to the average. There's Nice shot of the Wallace County football helmet. And a Wildcat paw there on the side. And the big crowd from Sharon Springs and Russell Springs and everywhere around. And
all kinds of springs
all over the state.
Russell Springs, Sharon Springs.
There's Howard. He had a nice touchdown catch as well and rumbled. There's some more of the crowd probably looking to start cruising out here of Athletic Park. And so a season of high school football winding down in 8-man Division II. The state champions in 2007 is the Wallace County Wildcats, 13-0, 48-0 victory over the South Haven Cardinals. Special thanks to the entire staff at Smoky Hills Public Television. Without them, this broadcast would not be possible. Everyone from running cameras to pulling cable to helping spot, to helping in the truck. Les Kinderconnect helping us out. For Larry Jantz, this is Jeremy McGuire saying so long. Another season of 8-man football on Smoky Hills Public Television.
How great it is.
See you next year.